It's a Thursday. It's an ordinary Thursday. Would be the most boring sentence ever to start a day. I launch out of my bed and land in my slippers with such accuracy that I'm tempted to tell somebody how awesome it was. Yesterday I told my mom about my meeting today with Natsuki. She seemed excited about it, while I'm still rather worried about how it will go. After she gave me some money to spend in the bakery today, she started giving me tips on what I should look out for during our one-on-one meetup. I assured her at least 3 times, everything will be fine. We'll just read together, eat a little something, chat, and then say goodbye. What else would we do? Fuck. We will fuck. If I can manage that without it becoming awkward, I'll consider it a win, especially with how my last attempt went. Dad still brings it up from time to time, but I don't even want to think about it. It's probably best to put all these thoughts to the side for now and focus on the task at hand, getting ready for this. Is it really a date though? I don't want to get ahead of myself and act like it is when I don't even know if she likes me or not. You'll be surprised. Yesterday we were having a nice chat, then she went cold, but then gave me her email address. Girls are weird, man. I know, right? They say we're weird. They say the boys are weird. Like, what makes them say that we are weird? Nah, no proof, right? I neatly pack away the manga in my bag. It's been a long time since I read these, so there's a reason for looking forward to our reading session. All dressed up, I check to see if I've got everything I need before leaving. Yawn. After getting on a bus, I shortly arrive at the stop closest to the shop. I could walk there, but since it's a part of town, I don't know that well. It's probably better to get there earlier, so I'll have time to look for the bakery. Here I am. This is the street where I should find the place. However, the numbers of the houses seem way off compared to what I'm supposed to look for. This was the same art in the last mod I played. The Relapse mod. Huh. It doesn't help that the address literally had 2 numbers in it. Unfortunately, I don't have much time to waste, so I just start walking in hopes of getting closer to the spot. Walking around this unfamiliar area feels like I'm on a quest where my decisions ultimately decide what my fate will be. Or will bring. I mean, it's not an unfamiliar area. We've honestly been here before. We've been here in the Relapse mod. We do know this area. That gives me an idea. Maybe I'll find the bakery sooner if I change my approach. Great. More choices. I don't know if I want to change the approach. I feel like we should just stay on track. Stay on track. That didn't make a difference. I still have to walk to the same location, no matter how I look at it. As I'm nearing the venue, my anxiety grows and I start getting doubts about how things will go. This all seemed so much easier for the characters in manga. Isn't it supposed to be like that? Things happening naturally without people worrying what to do and how it will turn out. I mean, it works out for those characters usually, so why wouldn't it be like that for me too? I still don't get what I did wrong last time. Yeah, maybe I was a little awkward, but I was acting like a really nice guy. Isn't that what matters the most? Yeah, well, it is how it's supposed to work, but people don't care about that. They don't. Alright, welcome to Earth. Like I said before. Even if Dad makes fun of me for it, that's what I've been told by all the people around me. That many people can't just be wrong. That's why democracy works so well. Wait, are we a democracy? At this moment, I arrive at what appears to be a bakery. Is this it? I'm not sure, because there weren't any pictures showing the outside. There aren't any other bakeries in sight. It also has the same name written above the entrance. There are some cakes put on display, too. So it's a bakery, I guess. I'm about 70% sure this is it. I let out a sigh. Before opening the door, I looked behind me in an attempt to see the world one last time for today. And I walk home with my eyes locked on the ground from feeling so embarrassed. Again. That's a bakery, alright. The sweet smell of the freshly baked delicacies surrounds me after taking a step inside. It all looks rather inviting, with the simple decorations and neatly lit displays filled with all sorts of colorful food items. I was gonna burp. Oh, there it is. The one employee I see gives me a modest smile and greets me briefly. I say hi and tell her I'll be ordering shortly. It shouldn't be hard to find Natsuki since she looks so cute compared to all the other girls I know. Just as I turn my head a second time to look around, I notice her looking up from what appears to be manga. The cover features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. Parfait girls, probably. Our eyes meet, and the look of intrigue on her face develops into a pout as she puts down the manga and subsequently crosses her arms. She's looking at the back of the manga as I approach her. I told you not to be late. I was waiting for at least half an hour now. Oh, I guess that was the problem? Because we didn't change the approach? I feel like something else would have happened, though, if we changed the approach or something. I don't know. This can't be right. I checked the time to see for myself. Although I am late, it's only by 2 minutes. Okay, come on now. You gonna be like that if it's 2 minutes late? Come on. One of those minutes probably passed while I was entering the shop and sitting down in front of her. Sorry to hear that, Natsuki. But why did you arrive so early? You knew when I was going to get here. I just didn't want to... Doesn't matter. At least I had this quality piece to keep me company while you were getting lost on a straight road. She raises the manga she was reading to show the cover, extending her arm so I could get a closer view. I feel she's doing it more to show her enthusiasm rather than helping me to read it better. The cover reads Parfait Girls. Yup, figured. It's the one... Jesus Christ. It's the one she told me about yesterday. Just by looking at it, one word blares in my mind. Mo. Why? So did you bring the manga you promised? It's in the bag. Don't get ahead of yourself, Mikey. Let me guess. You've only got 1 copy? Yeah, of course. Why? Then move your chair so we can read at the same time. We're basically doing like what we do with Yuri in the original game. Okay. Well, that's a bit sudden. She really is full of enthusiasm when it comes to manga. Don't get any ideas. I just don't want you staring at me like a creep while I'm reading. I try to give her a comforting smile. She just pouts in return. A thought crosses my mind while placing my chair and myself closer to her. It feels pretty nice sitting this close to a cute girl like Natsuki. Although I have the faint sense of danger like I'm petting a tiger that's distracted by a big slice of meat. I could get mauled any time if I make a wrong move. That sounds pretty accurate. A faint chuckle escapes my mouth as I imagine her in a tiger outfit with cat ears and playfully saying roar. That image is just too cute. What's so funny? You better not say it if it's a spoiler. I struggled. Don't worry, I won't say it. It's probably better to not tease her after sitting right next to her. I wouldn't like to test how hard she can hit, even though her frame suggests she couldn't do a lot of damage. I take out the first volume and hand it over to her. She snatches it from my hand with a level of excitement I kind of envy. Luckily for me, she's not a fast reader either, and I can keep up the pace as she's reading it. I don't even read every line, rather just take in the combination of artwork and dialogue I haven't seen in a long time. The feeling of nostalgia shines within me. Ha! This boy, seriously. He doesn't have a quirk, but he's kind of quirky anyway. I can see that. Her facial expression changes as there are heartfelt moments, funny dialogue, and conflict. She's genuinely enthralled by it. She stops at one of the panels where the protagonist is shown exercising with some weights at home. I feel her elbow jab me in the side. Whoa, what's the deal? Hey, do you even lift, Mikey? Memes. The memes. You're a softie. Maybe. But I could probably lift you. But really? Not that I would let you, dummy. Sure. Maybe if you eat well, you could get strong enough to literally sweep me off my feet. That would be actually pretty funny. Natsuki might, the buffest girl in the land. She flexes her arms to show off what looks like placeholders for muscles. Wow. My imagination creates an image of how she would look like if she was even more muscular than All Might. You know, there's actually an image of that. And we'll put it up on the screen right there. Meet Buff Suki. No, I don't like that image at all. Go back to the cute tiger girl, Natsuki. What's that face for? Scared of a little girl? Well, either way I answer, I'm going to look bad. I was trying to change the subject to something that grabs her attention. I was just thinking, did you already have breakfast? No. Neither have I. Let's go get something to eat. We walk over to the counter. I was going to say the computer. I'm an idiot. We walk over to the counter and I ask the employee for a cup of coffee while we browse the display. My mouth waters just by looking at the selection. Cashier voice. Another cashier voice. Maybe it should be a girl this time. I've always done cashiers that were guys. Here's your coffee. What would you like to have with... I don't know why I'm laughing about it. I like 2 of these chocolate chip cookies. How about you, Natsuki? I don't have enough money on me. It's really convenient I have more than enough money. I'll have to thank Mom later for being so forward-thinking. We could pool our money together and buy you food as well. I can't accept that. Look, if that's what you're worried about, I promise I won't ever hold it against you. Go ahead and pick whatever you like. Her eyes glisten as I say that. Anything? I give her a reassuring nod without hesitation. Without hesitation. I should have said that. Took a breath after that because that was a period. My bad. Without hesitation, she points to a slice of cake. It's a bit on the pricier side. but I feel this is a special occasion, so I'll go along with her wishes. Anything else? I know you want more. I got more coffee and cookie. Or my coffee and cookie. So I look over to Natsuki, who speaks to me in a lowered voice. Can I get a hot chocolate too? And a cup of hot chocolate, please. Natsuki smiles more genuinely than I've ever seen her do. Granted, I've only met her 3 days ago. The employee tells us about the little garden in the back of the bakery. I take our stuff and we go outside. The warm rays of sunshine cares. There's 2 S's. I don't know if that was an accident for the 1 S. Cares my face as I step outside. It's brighter here, but what's more striking is perhaps how much brighter Natsuki seems compared to when I talk to her in the presence of the other girls. Oh my god! That is a weird looking CG. Maybe not weird, but I don't know. I guess it's just because it's new and different. Like, this is like more close up we would see Natsuki in a CG, so I guess that is why. This hot chocolate's so delicious. It doesn't take her long until she finishes both her drink and the slice of cake. She was even faster than me. Changed her mouth, okay. Mikey? Yes, Natsuki? Fuck. Thanks, I guess. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know, I was thinking... 2 remaining choices. Still don't know if these would have any effect whatsoever, so I'll keep making save files. Do you have any pets? Baking for special occasions. How did you get into manga? Okay, we should probably ask that. Natsuki's the only girl I ever met who has an interest in manga. Well, the only one I met in person, that is. Back when I was a boy, I used to pester Mom to buy me some after I saw a really cool cover art in the store. Funnily enough, I didn't even finish that one since the pacing was too slow for my young mind and short attention span. However, it was a good starting point to get me interested in manga. Since then, I moved on to video games because I felt they are more mature and cater to my slightly less short attention span. By the way, how did you get interested in manga, Natsuki? I know you probably heard this question a lot by now. Not really. When I was a little kid, my mom used to buy them for me each time we spent a long time shopping. I was a really slow reader, so it entertained me even on our way home. I still have the first one she bought me. What was it? Parfait Girls, duh. Of course, alright. Of course that's not the only one I read. It's just my favorite. You like baking a lot, don't you? Yeah, what about it? She already shared hers with me on Monday. Their taste was amazing. I just wanted to ask, do you bake these often or only for special occasions? I do it now and then. It's not entirely up to me. I try to make something for special occasions, but other times it's for... Well, I just feel like it's sometimes, okay? I wonder what it's for, huh? I wonder. Do you think you'll make some more in the near future? I don't know. Don't expect me to predict the future and tell you how things are going to go. Besides, you're a big boy. Why don't you bake a batch for yourself? Well, I've never really done it before. What? Do you need someone to hold your hand to get started? Actually, I wouldn't mind that from her. Maybe I should introduce to Clarence. Who's Clarence? That's not the helping hand I was hoping for. But he's probably too busy to teach you for free. I don't know who else I could recommend. It would be nice if Natsuki helped me herself. Who knows, maybe even I could teach her a few things in exchange. I have someone in mind who could help me. I just don't know if she has the time for it. She looks me in the eyes and pauses for a moment. Oh god. Suddenly her expression changes and the tone of her voice becomes condescending. Yeah, you should definitely ask your mom. That's what I would do if I were you. She does have a point, although that's not the reason I don't press the subject. I can feel it in the way she said that last sentence, that something's another bothering her about this. I should talk about something else instead. After our conversation tapers off, we notice clouds forming in the sky, so we go back into the bakery. We continue reading the manga in silence, just as before. She occasionally lets out a few chuckles and reacts to things happening to the story. It's probably something to be expected, but she really dislikes bullies, judging by her comments. Who doesn't? Bullies, man. Why would anybody like bullies? Rereading these older volumes, I noticed a lot of details I missed when I was younger. For example, I had no clue about what a character archetype is. I point to one of the panels. What do you think about this character? I like her so far. Why? Hey, don't start spitting spoilers now. She reminds me of a character archetype. You know what a sundry is? Sundry? I don't know. Is, right? What are you getting at? She kind of reminds me of you, Natsuki. I don't know how to pronounce that still. I'm not into sundry, you dummy. I'm gonna be triggering so many people that are just looking at me triggering people with that, because if that's in a manga, so if it's in any anime, I would probably trigger a bunch of anime fans. Just to emphasize her point, she shoves her fist into my shoulder. Hey, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I actually like this type. You what? Just shut up already. I want to read more before I have to go home. Well, what time do you have to go home? She checks the time and her rosy cheeks turn into an upset expression. I have to go now, otherwise I won't get home in time. Why so soon? You're not allowed to stay out for more than a couple of hours? She lets out an exasperated sigh. The dad. It's more complicated than that, but I don't want to get into it. Are you staying here? Because if you aren't, I can let you give me... Oh, fuck me. I hit space. Give me a hand with carrying some stuff. Oh. That's an unusual way of asking for help, but I'm happy to help her. Sure, what do you need help with? We're going to buy groceries and you're going to carry the heavier bag. If you can handle it, that is. I'm pretty sure I can handle anything you throw at me. Ha, we'll see about that. We pack away our manga and bring back the mugs and plates to the counter. After we make our exit, music can be heard in the distance. Sounds like that rock band called Radio Something. The shop Natsuki takes me to is just a small deli 10 minutes walk from the bakery. After entering the store, she hands me a sturdy shopping bag. It's been used before, possibly many times. This one was in the frickin' relapse bot too. So what are you getting? ingredients for food as much as I can. Will we be able to carry that many things? Of course. Unfortunately, I don't see the use in buying so many things that you can't take it all home. I'm probably just overthinking it again. I let go of that thought. Natsuki grabs all sorts of items from the shelves. There are too many commonalities between them. They're ingredients for food, and all of them are rather cheap. Flour, eggs, UHT milk, sugar, pasta, frozen veggies, canned beans, sausages, and a few pieces of fruit. I assume she already has some stuff at home. This reminds me of things I'd find in an energy shelter, except for the fruit, I guess. She pays for all of it with cash. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, so she had to take out the bag of fruit. Do you need some help with that, Natsuki? It's fine. It happens. I could help you out with that. It's no big deal, really. No, you're already helping me carry all these things home. I can't expect others to solve my problems for me. Look, I'm sorry if I come off as pushy, but I insist. You said you want to get as much food as we can, and I could still carry more. Besides, I have a feeling that you really do need this, so please accept it. Fine, fine. You win this time. We pay for everything and put it all in one bag. The one employee we saw says goodbye in a lifeless, almost scripted way. I kind of feel sorry for her. Which bus are we taking? Bus? I was going to walk home. It's about 10 minutes from here. You live this close to the bakery? I bet you visited a lot with how good their selection is. Well, we used to. I don't want to get into it. Let's just go, okay? Wait, before we go. She reaches into the bag and takes out a pack of flour and and a box of milk. It wasn't terribly heavy before, but it's noticeably lighter now. Better? Thanks, that's nice of you. Yeah, don't get too used to it. Just as she said, their house wasn't far from the store. On the way there, we chatted about general school stuff. Despite her being so cute, she seems to have actual enemies in her class. I can't imagine her provoking their hate. On the way there, she gets a text message. She only stops for a couple seconds to read it before we continue walking. This is it. She's looking at the ground and lets out a heavy sigh. Thanks for everything today. It was fun. Don't mention it, Natsuki. I enjoyed it too. I guess I'll see you in school. Wait. We're meeting tomorrow as well with the girls. So if you want to, you know. Is she inviting me? With how sweet she's been, I can't imagine it to be anything else. I guess I'll see you tomorrow then. I bet you're looking forward to all the ice cream. Be sure to check the weather report for the weekend. I heard it will be sunny, but with the chance of delicious cupcakes. I'm looking forward to it. Bye, Natsuki. She gives me a warm smile and I turn to leave as she starts opening her front gate. Okay. I guess we went to heaven now.